Hey guys, it's Arwen from Tarot by Arwen, and I'm here to talk to you about a couple things. One, we're going to do a review of the LeGrande Circus and Sideshow Tarot. It's from USGames. It's a 2015 product, and it's by Jolie. Now, before we get started, I had a couple of questions in the background about the workbooks that I'm talking about, and you can get these. Well, not this. This is the day planner. It doesn't come in digital, I don't think. Let me see. I'm looking at it right now just so I can give y'all some information. You can get the daily planner separate. You can get all of these things separate, individual. Like the Goals Life book is 21 bucks. The business book is 21 if that's all you want. This is 25. This is really awesome. And if you just want to do digital copies, so you print it out yourself and use it as you like, you can get both the Biz and Life workbooks. They're right here. Hang on. We were cleaning in the house, so I got stuff everywhere. But you can get this and just print it out yourself. And I've done that for several years, and what I do is I print out like 20 pages at a time, work through them, then move on. It can seem overwhelming, y'all. And don't worry about that. Look at my face. Can you see me? Oh my God. The sun is very brilliant today. And those are like 10 bucks. Yeah, 10 bucks. The to-do pad, unfortunately, is already sold out. It's pretty awesome, so I'm sorry about that. But you can make yourself one. You can look at the books, and they've got like pages that you can print out and use if you want. I just had to peel wax off myself. Got one of my candles going over here. Wow. I wonder what I can do about this. If I put this here. Oh no, I just tried to burn my workbook. I'm a ditz. So anyway, check the link in the drop down and go check it out. You know, they're really, really good. I wouldn't say they were good if they weren't doing me a lot of good. One of my 100 things I wanted to do when I started this year was I wrote down just different things I wanted, right? One of them was go to an opera. I've never been to an opera. This weekend, I went to an opera. A creepy, gothic, really weird opera. But it was an opera. A friend of mine, our family's daughter, was in it, and she was brilliant. Y'all, I'm not going to say her name now, but her initials are MG. And this girl's going to be big. If she keeps on going the way she's going, stunning. She's got beautiful, beautiful tone. But the opera, weird. Incest, pedophilia, ghost, death, madness. Yeah, creepy. So, let's go into something a little less creepy, and let's talk about the Circus and Sideshow Tarot, the LeGrande Circus and Sideshow Tarot. The gentleman who did this is Jolie. Here's the book. And I've got the little booklet down here because I wanted to read to you a little bit about Joe. Where is the information on Joe? Okay, I'll just read the back to you. Colorfully illustrated in the bravura style of the vintage circus posters, the major arcana represents the iconic figures of the big top, including clowns, wild beasts, and the ringmaster, who of course is the emperor, right? The minor arcana offers glimpses of the day-to-day realities of the circus. And it does have an instruction book, but look at this box, okay? Look at the detail. Even that, you get the hint of the circus, the tents. I mean, y'all, this is a great box. Kudos to the design team at USGames. And the cards fit very nicely. They don't fit super tight, so they come out. You don't have to worry about to get them out. I like that, but they don't rattle around too much. Perfect. The little white book. I was going to read to y'all about Jolie. He illustrated and wrote this. Oh, it must have been on their website. Let me go see if it's in the back. Hang on, guys. And there's a great circus card spread with illustrations of the individuals. So, yeah. But I read it somewhere, probably on the USGames site. Jolie actually was a professional clown. I believe he traveled with circuses a little bit. So he really knows this stuff from the inside, right? This is not him looking at the outside and just slapping together some images. He knows it. He lived this stuff. I believe now he does design, which I hope so, because look at this. Look at this illustration on this cover. And that's Judgment. That's the Judgment card you're seeing there. Now let's take a look at some of the cards. I'm switching it up. I'm starting with the aces, going through the pips, or the minor arcana, into the courts, and then we'll look at some of the majors. So, swords are swords. That's the first, the air. Look at the lightning up there. All right? Look at the strength of that hand. Look at the hand. There's even a hint of the lightning in the knuckles there that I really, really like. And even the word strange, Ika, alive. The wands are interesting. Let me show you the wand. Very Rider-Waite. You see the cloud, you see the hand reaching in, but it's a stake. And he talks about the stakes being the lifeblood of the circus because you can't get the tents up without the stakes. And the stakes take action, they take power, they take energy. So it's a really good wand for me. It really captures that fire. Cups. Oops, I'm showing you the back. Look at that. See the swirl up there, the cup, the hand, entrance to the circus. Nice. Nicely done. And nicely, I like the Rider-Waite system that he's using. He really has a fine hand in showing it off. This even has the mountain in the back for the pentagram, the coins. And I believe that's a dime. Yeah, it's a Mercury. I believe it's a dime. And it used to be just a dime to get into the circus. So, and that's the beginning of the community, the beginning, you know, entering. So again, you see how as you start studying tarot, you're going to start getting ingrained stuff on what you need. Somebody asked me whether or not you needed a Rider-Waite deck. And I'm going to talk about that in the next video. I am going to do a video on that today, but we'll see what I think. What do y'all think I think? Start guessing. I did the 8s for the pip cards. This is the 8 of Swords. I have another deck that does the 8 of Swords with a woman on the wheel, and that's the Frank Fradella Adventure Tarot, also by USGames, out of print now. But I like to tell people that even though she looks like she's in jeopardy, she put herself there. She put herself on the wheel. She wasn't bonked on the head and tied to the wheel. So when this card shows up, think about how your thoughts put you where you are. That's a big card for what you think becomes your reality. 8 of Wands. Look at all those flying out. He's tossing them out. He is ready to go, man. He is going to get to work. He's getting those stakes out there the easiest way he can, and then he's going to hit it. That's a lot of energy. It's a fast card for me. It often is a card of travel. It often is a card of an unexpected trip for me. That's just one of the ways I have come to see that card. 8 of Cups. Now, pay attention to this. He's built a tower of his regrets. The tower reference here, I think, is important. If he sticks around, that thing's just going to come down. He's walking away. Now, this is always my card of leaving behind emotional baggage, you know, stuff that we've really piled up on ourselves. Oh my God. So, this is about letting that go and walking away from it. You know, so the 8s are a lot about what we do to ourselves. You get that? The 8 of Swords are our mental thoughts. Eight of Wands is what we're getting done. Eight of Emotions, Eight of Cups is how we get rid of emotions that aren't working for us. And then the Eight of Pentacles, or coins. You see what he's doing? He's working on the card. He is chiseling and hammering out one of the wings on the griffin on the back. This is a card of learning your trade and teaching your trade too. Now, often you'll see another person in this card. You don't see this here. You see this man really working on what he's doing. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I couldn't find the 8th one. Oh, and you see that? These are not thin little cards. You got that? Okay. I like the... But they are square. They are a bigger card than... the Rider-Waite's going to be about like that to this. Now, let's go into the Wands. Now, let me say something first. He does show wild animals in here. This is upsetting to me on some levels, and on other levels I understand why it's done. I know that the treatment of circus animals can be horrific. So, that having been said, I think that he shows emotion in the animals and lets you understand when the animal's happy or not happy. And I don't think this animal is happy. This is the Page of Wands. He is, I believe they're called mahouts. I'm not sure. Somebody can correct me on that. But he has that horrible, horrible stick that if the elephant stops moving, that's his job. He's an action, a man of action, a youth of action. And he's young and he's learning. We'll hope that he learns that his passions must be controlled and cannot be used in anger to hurt something. So look at the elephant's expression. So yeah, there's some sadness there in that elephant's eyes. It's doing the job. But the focus is the boy. But I see the elephant as the boy's learning, because the boy has to learn how to work with that animal. And that animal is super intelligent, right? We know this about elephants. Super intelligent. I actually am a contributor to the Elephant Sanctuary in Tennessee. The zoo in my hometown had a circus elephant. She hurt herself and they weren't able to take her. Her name was Shirley. And so Shirley lived at my zoo, my hometown zoo, for many years, and she would still perform her old tricks for people. And it was a sad situation. She wasn't in a good place. I mean, you know, concrete, people staring at her. She got food, she got water, she got, you know, what she needed other than other elephant company. There's a really wonderful story about Shirley, because she was taken to the Elephant Sanctuary, and there was another elephant there named Jenny. And Jenny and Shirley, immediately upon seeing each other, started reaching for each other, trying to get to each other. And with a little research, they learned that Jenny had been a calf when Shirley was an adult. And Shirley had helped care for her. And they remembered each other. And this was years later, y'all. So, but visit the Elephant Sanctuary, and, you know, if you're moved to do so in the holiday season, contribute to the Elephant Sanctuary. Shirley's still there. Jenny is still there. They've had some losses, and you know, I get my little newsletter every month. So sorry, I digressed. But I love those elephants. Here is the Knight. Look at those muscles. And the Knight is about to get things done. Right, he's got that sledgehammer, the stake. He's moving. That's important in my Knights. They need to be movement. There has got to be some type of movement for me to really key into the card. This works. He's going into the tent. He's getting stuff done. Good night. Good night. Our Queen. Cookhouse. Our Queen of Wands is firing things up, making, I think that's breakfast. What do you think? Yeah, it looks like breakfast to me. Oh no, it's not breakfast. That's peas, potatoes and gravy, and it looks like ham steak. And there's hands reaching up to take what she's offering. So the Queen of Wands is an active woman. She's in the kitchen. She's making stuff. I'm talking too fast. Whoa! Sorry, y'all. But that's what we see with this queen. Action, activity, blah, blah, blah. I style myself, rather than as a Queen of Cups, I'm a Pisces, but I really have Queen of Wands energy because I multitask, man. I'm all over getting stuff done. See our king. The boss. He's telling people what to do, where to go, how to get it done. But look at him. He's got his sledgehammer. If he's got to get up and get into it, it's happening. I love the hint of fire by that little cigar in his mouth. So, and he's pointing off, man. He's going, okay, guys, get these two going. Again, excellent action in those wands. Now, we'll start with the Fool. Yeah, the Fool's a clown. Of course you know that, right? But look at that. Balancing on a lion's nose, where is he fixing to step? And in his hand, we have the little dog. Well, no, that's his hand. I'm sorry. When I'm looking at it backwards, that's what strikes. Well, there is no dog. Maybe the lion is the dog. I don't know. I love the little butterfly on his nose. Great Fool. He's not thinking about it. He's happy. He's going. The Magician. I'm showing the Magician for a reason. Well, duh, Arwen. And here's the reason. Now, the Magician, of course, is going to be a circus magician. I really like the devil and angel under here. What I don't like, do you see what's missing? Get it? There's no tools. This magician doesn't have a stake, a sword, a cup, a coin. For me, I want my magician to have those four things. Now, I can wrap my mind around this and say they're all in the circus tent on the table, but that's a little bit of a miss for me as a reader, because I really want those tools there. That's a big for me. The High Priestess in this deck is the Popess. That is an old name for her. She is the Gypsy Reader. She's got the white and black curtains. She's got tarot cards in her hand. There's a lot about this that's very, very good. We don't have a scroll, but I really think that the crystal ball serves as the scroll in this part. The Empress. Now, when I first saw the Empress, y'all, I was mad. I was like, I don't like her. That's rude. I got over myself and realized that this Empress is perfect. Why is she perfect? Because she's fat, she's healthy, she's abundant, she's about fertility and creativity and making beautiful things. Look at this. That is a beautiful, beautiful woman with that smile. She's heavy. She's wonderful. Once I realized how wonderful this card was, I really got into her. You know, and of course the fat woman in the circus is one of those that we kind of, you know, laugh at, whatever. But he's put her as the Empress. She's big time, y'all. That's a big card for a big woman. And I really like that he chose her as the Empress instead of, you know, the ballerina on the horse or the trapeze artist. He took that big, earthy woman and crowned her Empress. The Chariot. Four horses. One of my other favorite chariots has 4 horses. That's in Terror of the Old Path. And this is really interesting because I get the 4 horsemen the Bible here for me. That's what it comes across to me. But he's got all the reins in his hand. He's ready. He's on it. The whip, look at that. The whip, he's snapping ahead. He's not hitting the horses with his whip because he'd have to be doing this to hit them. He's doing this. He's guiding and showing where we're going. Death. Right? Death always follows us. Death is always there. And I enjoy this puppeteer of death. So, the Star, one of my favorite, Death and Star are my cards I have to see. Look at her. All the stars, she's wrapped up. She's one of the stars of the circus. Look at her hands. She's pouring water out as she comes down on the ground and in the pool. So that's very Rider-Waite, very typical. She even has, I'm going to turn her upside down, kind of a Wonder Woman crown to me. The sun? Okay, we'll talk about the sun. That was a little fast. Sorry, guys. I wanted to see you see the scan. The sun is the tiger leaping through the flaming ring. It's an unusual sun for me. It doesn't really say sun because of the tiger. But, you know, we've still got that flaming ring. We've got that going out there. And you have to notice in the corners. Oh, I don't know if it's going to focus. You see that little face? And then in this corner, the little face is a different face, a happy face. See? And that's on all the cards. There's different expressions in those, so it's kind of helps you see what's going on. And it does have the children down here. And this is a racially diverse deck. There are at least black and white. I believe there's brown. I'm trying to think, but there's at least different skin colors in here. And they're circus performers as well as circus workers. So it doesn't do that, you know, all the workers are darker skinned and all the performers are lighter skinned, that kind of racist thing that some will stop. But it doesn't do that, and I appreciate that. But still, the sun is a bit of a miss for me. Now, again, I'm showing you the back. The world. That elephant has a better expression, balancing on an A. Of course, that's fanciful, but it's a great world. Now, I love that the elephant has the world as part of its body. We don't have the 4 figures around, but it works for me because I instantly know it's the world. I don't even have to have the words to know that's the world. Now, the back is reversible. I've tried to show it to you 15 times. La la la. Totally reversible. This is a really, I really like this little deck. You've got 2, oh, here's the About card. Here's About Jolie, and then just the title card. Let me see. Jolie has been clowning around since his early days in rural Indiana. In college, he juggled, art studies with a degree in medieval history, furthered his education at the Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey Clown College, then worked as a professional circus clown with Ringling Brothers and other shows. Then he moved to New York City after leaving the circus and studied and later taught art classes. Also had occasional gigs as a fire eater. He's now an illustrator living in Indiana. He's illustrated books like The History of Clown for Beginners. He's a regular contributor of editorial cartoons to the Bloomington Herald Times. Has been teaching cartoon art and illustration for over 9 years. This showcases his art, his talent as a cartoonist, and are reminiscent of mid-century posters, circus posters. So, A really nice deck. If you don't know, I always stick the title cards. I tuck them into the book so that when I pull the deck out, they're here. But this deck is, and it doesn't have, did I show you that it doesn't have pictures of the cards in here? Don't really need them. But here's really beautiful. I'm just going to read the star to you. The star gently swings over the center ring, unperturbed by her precarious position. She will pirouette in our dreams for many dark nights, but she graces us with more than mere beauty. She pours out a stream of crystal water, spreading its life-sustaining liquid deep into the thirsting soil. The star blesses those who cannot climb to her distant realm. We can but watch and bathe in the blessing. Gorgeous writing, Joe. Gorgeous! We are blessed from above. This is the meaning of the upright. The rain of heaven falls on the just and the unjust. We have but to accept the blessing and nurture what has begun. He also does reversals. We are led by false stars. The blessings are not blessings and nurture nothing but the dust. So, he doesn't hold back. I like it. I hope you'll check this deck out. If you can get it in your hands, even better. I'm trying to see if I've got a quick... I do. For those of you that are familiar with the size of the Rider-Waite, these are 2 Rider-Waite decks that aren't complete. So you can see what I meant about size. They're just a little shorter, and they're significantly wider, probably an inch wider than the Rider-Waite. These fit my hand beautifully, but I do have large hands for a woman. So play that as you will. Remember to check out that workbook. They've got digital copies. And if you get a workbook, the digital, the print, any of them, from the link down below, email me. Go to tarotbyarwen.com and email me that you got it. I'll check my ledger and you'll get a reading. It's probably, I'm going to do a 3-card reading. I can't remember what I said, if it was a 1-card reading or not. But now it's a 3-card reading, and by email, not by Skype. I may start doing email readings. If you have a preference, if you'd like to see me offer some email readings, they'll be a lower price than the Skype readings. The Skype readings are $75 half hour and $125 for a full hour, and then $45 for my 15-minute joy recalibration session where we talk about how to get joy back in your life. So let me know what you think about doing email readings. I took them out because they take time. So I'm going to limit them. If I do them, I'm probably only going to do maybe 10, 15 in a week. No more than that. Maybe even less. But we'll see. We'll see. I digress. Hey guys. Thanks so much for joining me for this review of USGames 2015 LeGrande Circus and Sideshow Tarot. I'm Arwen of Tarot by Arwen, reminding you, seek joy, y'all. Pass it on.